My name is Riya. I'm 16 years old. This story is about my best friend. His name was Arav. We met in school. I was 8 years old. I was new in class. I didn't know anyone. I was quiet. I was shy. One boy came and sat next to me. He had a big smile. "Hi," he said. "I'm Arav." I smiled back. That's how it started. We became friends, good friends, best friends. We sat together in class. We ate lunch together. We shared crayons and books. We even shared secrets. Arav made me laugh every day. When I was sad, he cheered me up. When I was scared, he held my hand. One day, I cried in class. I forgot my homework. The teacher scolded me. Arav passed me a note. It said, "Don't cry. I'm with you." I smiled through my tears. We grew up together, from class 3 to class 10, always in the same school, always in the same class, always sitting next to each other. Other kids asked, "Are you two in love?" We both laughed. "No, we are just friends," we said. But deep in my heart, Arav was more than a friend. He was my safe place. He was my happy place. I didn't tell him. I didn't want to lose him. On my birthday, he brought cake. He gave me a small gift. It was a tiny bracelet, blue and silver. "My mom helped me pick it," he said. I wore it every day, even in sleep, even in the shower. It felt like he was always close. Sometimes we fought, small fights, silly things. I wanted the red pen. "You copied my homework." But we always said sorry, always came back. That's what best friends do. In class 9, he changed. He became quiet. He talked less. He sat with other boys sometimes. I asked him, "What's wrong?" He said, "Nothing." I said, "Are we okay?" He smiled and said, "Of course." But it didn't feel the same. One day, he didn't come to school. Then another day, then a week. I waited. I asked the teacher. She said, "He's sick." I believed her. Then one morning I saw him, in the corridor, with his mom. They were carrying papers. He didn't look at me. I called his name, Arav. He turned, but didn't smile. I ran to him. "Where were you?" I asked. He looked down. "I'm leaving," he said. "What?" I whispered. "My dad got a job in another city. We're moving." I didn't know what to say. I just stared. My heart was beating fast. I felt cold. He looked at me. "I didn't know how to tell you," he said. I wanted to cry, but I didn't. I smiled. Fake smile. "So, this is goodbye?" I asked. He nodded. "I'll text you," he said. I nodded too, but I knew. Something had changed. That night, I cried. Silently. Under my blanket. No one knew. The next day, he was gone. Just like that. Our bench was empty. Our corner in the library was empty. My heart felt empty too. I looked at the bracelet. Blue and silver. Still on my wrist. I missed him. Every single day. He didn't text. He didn't call. I waited. But nothing. Was I just a friend to him? Was I something more? I'll never know. But I'll never forget. Arav, my best friend, my almost something. After Arav left, everything felt different. School felt empty. Days felt longer. I felt alone. I still sat at the same desk, our desk. But he was not there. Only silence sat with me. I didn't talk much. I didn't laugh much. Even my teachers noticed. "Riya, are you okay?" I smiled and nodded, but I wasn't okay. At night, I cried. Quiet tears. Tears that no one saw, not even my mom. I missed our jokes, our talks, his silly drawings on my notebook, his voice saying, "Come on, Riya, don't be sad." But now, he was gone. One day I sent him a text. "Hi, how are you?" No reply. Not that day. Not the next day. Not ever. I waited and waited. Still nothing. It hurt. So much. More than I thought it would. Was I not important to him? Did he forget me so easily? I started to change. Slowly. I stopped looking at my phone. I stopped wearing the bracelet. I put it in a box with a note that said, "For memories only." Time passed, weeks, then months. One day in class, a new boy came. His name was Kabir. He sat in front of me. He turned around and smiled. "Hi, I'm new here." I gave a small smile. "Hi," I said. He didn't know my story. He didn't know about Arav, and I didn't want to tell him. But Kabir was funny, kind, and patient. He asked me questions. He shared his lunch. He offered help in math. I said no at first, but slowly I said yes. I started smiling again, just a little, just sometimes. But it was real. Kabir became my friend, not best friend, not yet, but a good friend. We walked home together. He made silly jokes. I laughed. It felt nice. One day he asked, "Do you want to go to the school fair?" I paused. "Arav and I used to go every year." I looked at Kabir. He was waiting, hope in his eyes. I nodded. "Okay." At the fair I had fun, really fun. We played games, we ate ice cream, we laughed so much. But then I saw it. A blue and silver bracelet, just like mine, just like his gift. My smile faded. My heart felt heavy again. Kabir noticed. "Are you okay?" he asked. I nodded, but he could tell I wasn't. "Do you want to go home?" he asked softly. I nodded again. On the way back, he didn't talk much, and I was glad, because I was full of old memories, memories I couldn't throw away. That night, I opened the box, took out the bracelet, held it in my hand. "I miss you, Arav," I whispered. "I really do." But then I looked at my phone. No new messages, no calls, just silence. I sighed and put the bracelet back in the box. Some days I still cry. Some nights I still dream of him. But now I also smile because I had something special, even if it ended. A full year passed since Arav left, since he walked away from my life, and he never came back. Not in school, not in my messages, not even in a hi. I waited. I hoped. But slowly, I stopped. It still hurt sometimes, like when I walked past our old bench, or when I saw two best friends laughing. It reminded me of us, of what we had, of what I lost. But something was different now. I was stronger. Not fully okay, but not broken either. I started writing, in a notebook, just for me. I wrote my feelings. I wrote letters to Arav, letters I never sent. But writing helped, a lot. One day I wrote, "Dear Arav, thank you for being my best friend. Thank you for the laughs, the memories, the kindness. You left without a goodbye, and that hurt me more than anything. But I still forgive you, because you gave me something real, and now I'm letting you go." I closed the notebook. I took a deep breath, and I cried. But this time the tears were soft, not heavy, not sharp, just quiet. Kabir was still around, still kind, still funny. He never asked about my past, but one day I told him. We were sitting in the park, watching the sunset. I said, "There was someone before, a best friend. He left." Kabir looked at me, silent. "I waited for him," I said, "but he never came back." My voice cracked a little. Kabir didn't ask questions. He didn't say sorry. He just said, "I'm here now." That one sentence felt like a warm hug, like safety. In school, things got better. I studied well. I smiled more. I even joined the art club. I painted my feelings. Sunsets, broken hearts, quiet eyes. And one day, I painted a girl, standing alone, but strong. I showed it to Kabir. He looked at it and smiled. "She looks like you," he said. I laughed. "Maybe," I said. "Maybe it's the girl I want to become." One morning I opened my old box. The bracelet was still there, blue and silver, still beautiful. I held it in my hand. But this time I didn't feel sad. I felt peace. I walked outside, went to the small river near my house. I stood there, watching the water move. Then slowly I opened my fingers and let the bracelet fall into the water, into the flow. It was hard, but it felt right. It was time to let go. Now I smile when I remember Arav, not with pain, but with love. He was a big part of my story, but he's not my whole story. I have new chapters now, new friends, new dreams, a new me. To anyone who lost a best friend, it hurts, I know, but healing is real, slow, but real. And one day you'll smile again, just like I did. If this story touched your heart, please like the video. Share it with someone who misses their best friend. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories like this.